Biggest games in both yards and touchdowns last week. It's the Raiders and the Chargers, and it comes your way next.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at the Raiders in this matchup, but with how good they have been, it's not often that we can say they come into a game truly facing a challenge. But, Charles, that's the case this week.
Absolutely. What a challenge it is, because they're now coming into this one, and they don't exactly have a clear advantage, something that they usually possess in every game they play with the way that they throw the football. I can't wait to see if they change things, if they emphasize different things than we've seen throughout this season, how they go about trying to move the ball downfield.
First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Lets this go for Renfrow downfield. Not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 88 yards.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week could be his biggest week yet.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short, third and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Eckler will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes and throw the
touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Been a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also,
this is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Raiders. 59 yards. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Jacobs will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try? What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by McManus is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he returns this to the 22. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
From the 24, Herbert. And he fires one incomplete. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. At 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about him.
Herbert has it knocked free. And the Raiders pick it up. Taking it right down Broadway. 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. There's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, it's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to pull them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
On first and 10, Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Herbert on first down now. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, but they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On second and 10, Herbert working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw again on second down. Carr over the middle. He finds Pettis complete. First down now, but the clock continues to move. To throw, it's Carr. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Again, it's Carr. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. An extra quarterback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. To throw is Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Carr's throw complete here to Waller. He'll get it inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Touchdown, Raiders! Josh Jacobs as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-17. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 46 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here are the Chargers to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And that's That's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Play action. It's Herbert. Williams brings it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
On second down, Jacobs. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now a play fake. Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping.
Herbert has it knocked free. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. We often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. They'll try the air now with Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Looking deep for Adams. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Carr. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Now Carr again. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He'll look downfield for Waller. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. Darren Waller, 40 yards. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. McManus's point after is good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take him to go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 75 yards on the ground for Eckler here, and that's a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Raiders heading out to take over. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Carr to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Again, it's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Throwing again on second down. Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Carr. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now Carr, got to have this one. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Carr going to go on 4th down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And they'll indeed take a knee. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict.